switching gears from weather to football, college football.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on the 2020 season? Is it going to happen
Yeah.
this year? Predictions?
I don't know. I mean, it'll be tough. I've never seen anything like this where the Big Ten and Pac-12 already shut down their seasons. And then you have there's some extremely vocal teams, especially in the Big Ten, against the decision. Usually it's like one voice, the conference they stand behind any move the conference makes, and everyone, whether they agree or disagree, there's usually some kind of just a politically correct comment, press release from the school. We agree with the Big Ten's decision. I don't remember, at least in my lifetime, any decision like this. And granted, we're in a really unique situation, but where there's so much, divisiveness on, where the schools stand and on the decisions the conference made. And, it's tough to picture football happening with everything that we know at this point. But at the same time, I mean, you have 3 Power 5 conferences that are moving on with their season right now. The one thing I think that unfortunately could kind of trip that up, which we all saw come in from a mile away, is that now the students are back on campus, and every, I don't want to say every college town, several college towns are seeing massive spikes in positivity rates. And that's not going to, do anything to help football happen. And then, I saw some, pictures from around Iowa City this past weekend, and it's not unique to pictures I was seeing from a bunch of other college towns, but you think about it, all right, well, that's a place where they're like, well, we don't even have football going on. Like we're already not going to have football, so you sort of, I'm not trying to say that is an actual reason that you would say you were still having a season, but these students aren't thinking about saving football because there's no season to save. It's already over. And they're like, oh, okay, I'll just go to the bar. But, then you look at a place like Alabama, that you're getting the same pictures, maybe even worse from down there. And they do have a season at stake. It'll be crazy to kind of see what happens here. I don't know if I don't even know, I love the sport. It's my favorite sport, and college football is my favorite thing. And, I would love to have college football to watch, especially now that I have my weekends freed up, for better or worse. And at the same time, I just don't know if that's what we should be rooting for, with all the information we know and everything that's been going on, in the world since the spring anyways. So we'll see. I like I said, it'd be, if there's a safe way to do it, then I'd love to see some football this year. But if it's not safe and they don't, they need to pull the plug, and that's a decision they make. We've already had the plug pulled on March Madness, which was pretty gut wrenching. So, at this point, I don't think I'd be surprised by anything, at least in March we were stunned. Now it's kind of not very surprising when things start getting canceled. So
the Big Ten elected to postpone the season.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the ACC? And from what I understand, the ACC is still gung ho.
Yeah.
With going forward, including Notre Dame, the shirt I'm wearing.
Right.
And,
yeah.
I'm a huge Notre Dame football fan. I go to probably 2-3 games a year, which can't do that this year. But what are your thoughts on some of the other leagues? Do you think maybe they're gonna finally make that decision, or is it going to be a 1-by-1 each league?
Yeah, I think those 3. I have a hard time believing that those 3 did not communicate with each other when they'd made the decision to continue playing. Once the Big Ten, those conferences sort of were alluding to the fact that they thought the Big Ten and the Pac-12 might have gone a little rogue from conversations that the 5 conferences had together. Who knows what actually was said, but I think if there is a decision made, that those 3 conferences would probably have some sort of being on the same page, with each other. There's not going to be one conference that probably wants to play just an entire fall season if none of the other Power 5 conferences are playing.
Okay.
So my guess from this point forward is that it would be a somewhat uniform decision moving forward.
All or nothing. All or
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it would be kind of interesting, with Notre Dame being in the ACC this year. It'd be kind of interesting with with Notre Dame in the ACC. It'd be kind of funny watching some of those ACC teams, have to play in the Midwest. Notre Dame be holding it down for the entire region of the country, basically.
Yes.
The MAC is done, the Big Ten's done, at least, until the spring. So it'd be kind of funny to see, I'm sure I know they released a schedule. I don't have it in front of me, but there's some warm weather schools that probably wouldn't like playing Notre Dame in the November part of the year.